so thrilled to welcome singer Alex Boye. He's here at Shepherd's Grove. Born originally in Nigeria, Alex grew up in England. In 1995, he was chosen the lead singer of the European boy band Awesome and was signed by Universal Records in Europe. Their music soared to the top of the charts, and his voice can be heard on many motion soundtracks, including The Piano Guys, which, by the way, I saw that video. It is awesome, actually. Released in 2002 as Peponi, a cover of Coldplay's Paradise on YouTube. Really cool. In 2003, he opened for Olivia Newton John at the Royal Albert Hall. In early 2014, he, along with the One Voice Children's Choir, created an Africanized Tribal version of the popular song Let It Go from the movie Frozen with over 100 million views. Would you please welcome with me Alex Boye. Hi, Alex. Thanks for coming today. Hey, all right. So Frozen, that's pretty awesome.
Yes, it was.
I have a 4-year-old daughter, and she likes the film almost as much as I do. We actually watched it. I think that you're on the DVD somewhere. They have the African, or maybe it's on YouTube. They have the African version that you do.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's an amazing video. I mean, people love it.
Yeah, and that's funny you say that because it was actually inspired by my 4-year-old daughter. Because I came home one day from a trip. And my wife was like, honey, you got to listen to this. And so she plays the song, and my little kid is just prancing all over the place. And that's when I thought, because I love to do Africanized version of songs, I thought, I got to do that. If my kid loves it that much, then hopefully other kids would love it too. And God be praised.
Now, I got to say, you don't sound Kenyan, you sound English.
Yes. Yeah, I was born, I spent 30 years in England, in London, England. So that's where a lot of my family is still there, so.
Yeah, so that makes sense then.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
So, and about that, I mean, you have a pretty incredible journey. I mean, you kind of grew up in that foster care system.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, I was just, went from post to post, place to place, and just couldn't find myself. And it was just real struggle, because you want your mom, you want your father around, And all I can say is, because most people who grew up without mothers and fathers, statistically, they always say that, they struggle in certain ways.
Of course.
And it was weird because I went through the struggles, but I didn't feel that struggle because I realized that I did have a dad. Mm-hmm. And he was the one that took care of me all through while I was being homeless and sleeping in cars and eating out of trash cans and all stuff like that. That I always felt this bigger dream, that there was still something bigger that I would see and achieve. And here I am, standing right here in front of you in this incredible TV show that's going out to millions.
Yeah.
Dreams come true.
Yeah.
Dreams come true.
Yeah. Well, and what about that, though? I mean, there are, I'm sure, a lot of people here today who are either, teenagers in the foster care system, people that either even grew up in that system and are still carrying those wounds. I'm sure lots watching on TV who are hurting. I mean, what do you say to them who have not really found the dream yet? I mean, here you are, you've got a family and you've got a successful music career, but they can't really see that on the horizon. What do you say to them?
Let God adopt you.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, let God adopt you. You have, and of course, you have a pretty phenomenal story. You became an American citizen.
Yes, February the 22nd,
yeah,
2012.
So quite a journey. So great. So you went from Kenya to England to the U.S. and now are an American. And you were invited. Now I'm trying to get this right. In the ceremony, the judge who oversaw the ceremony invited you to sing the national anthem?
Yes, and that was because of my big mouth. It was kind of by accident. They actually asked people, after we'd been sworn in, they said, is there anyone out there who'd like to speak, like to say something? And everyone was silent. So, of course, me,
Yeah.
I said, I'll say something, because it was getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So he gave me the mic, and I said, you know what? I've been singing the national anthem. I've lived in the US for over 15 years. I've been asked to sing the national anthem like weekly. I've sang the national anthem more than I've eaten breakfast. It was incredible. And I said, and then I started to choke up. I said, but the next time I sing the national anthem, I'll be singing it as a US citizen, and that'll be different.
Yeah.
And so, of course, then he said, thank you. And then he said, then he took me by surprise and said, well, would you like to do it right now? That's not what I meant. And I asked him, I said, so if I get the words wrong, can I still have my citizenship?
Yeah.
Because that, I tell you, you know what? I think the national anthem is close to singing a hymn.
Yeah.
To me, it's so sacred, and I take it really, really seriously. So it's been such a great blessing to...
I read a story that in World War II, when they were looking for spies, and they would pull the spy in, and they would ask them to sing the second or third verse of the national anthem. And if the person stood up and sang the second and third verse of the national anthem, they would have them arrested immediately, because no U.S. citizen knows.
That's a good one.
So, all right. Well, Alex, we're so happy that you're here. You've got, millions of people listening to you. You have something to say to them, and what would that be?
My message, as I said, I was homeless when I was 16 years old, and I was eating out of trash cans. And, there were many times when I just felt that life I wasn't going anywhere. And it wasn't until another homeless person introduced me to a person that was bigger than he was and bigger than me. And he said, just keep your head to the sky. And this is a person that had less than I did. And he showed me a great path. And ever since then, I've been taking that path. And you know what? Whether you're up, whether you're down, like a $20 bill, you can scrunch it up, you can throw it down, you can beat up on it and spit on it and everything. It's still $20. And I learned that day that I can be abused, I can be spit on, but I'm still worth something. And that was one of the biggest things that's really helped me in life.
And I really like that analogy. I will probably use it in a sermon about a year from now when everybody's forgotten.
Okay, good.
So
I'll still claim the royalties off you. You got to pay a brother.
Okay,
still,
all right, I will. Alex, we're so glad you're here.
Thank you
for
so much.
coming, man,
Oh, no,
and we can't wait to hear you. God
Thank
bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Boye.
Shabana.